It is 6:06. Alzheimer's disease is the sixth leading cause of death in the nation, with nearly 5.5 million people affected. And some experts believe that number could reach 16 million by the year 2050. News 2's Colby Thielen spoke with advocates and caregivers here in the Lowcountry to give us an in-depth look of the toll this disease takes and what's being done to stop it. And joins us now live in studio. Colby.
Hey, good morning. Well, it's likely that most people watching right now may have seen the effects of this disease in their loved ones, or at least somebody they know. But what you may not see are the countless hours of research put in and the selfless care efforts by those closest to this disease. It's still largely a mystery.
This is one of our reasons.
Through photos laid out on her dining room table, Heather Van Lin shares stories about the person whose struggle changed her life. It was her mother, Barbara, who was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's at the age of 57.
When she told us, it was probably one of the worst days of my life. In fact, I know it was the worst day of my life.
Learning the strong, independent mother she had always relied on would progress until she was no longer herself.
I would call her on the phone and we could talk for hours on end, but the phone conversation started getting a lot shorter. She was confused about certain details that we'd talked about over and over. And it wasn't just memory, it was just confusion.
Barbara's battle lasted 6 years. She died at the age of 63.
She was my idol. I think the day that she didn't quite remember who I was probably the hardest.
Heather found hope in the Alzheimer's Association and a community of people hoping to end the disease that most know very little about.
There are no survivors whatsoever of this disease. There's no treatments out there.
She decided to also get tested to see if she carried the same biomarkers as her mom.
I just needed to know. I needed to understand, what was going on with me.
The test came back positive, meaning there's a chance that eventually she could share the same fate. But it's not her own future that Heather now thinks about, but that of her 6-year-old daughter named Irish.
She's one of the reasons why I do what I do.
Now Heather goes to D.C. as an advocate, telling her story to congressmen and to senators, hoping for funding that may lead to prevention or a cure. She also now focuses on the present, on her daughter, and the quality of right now.
I just make sure I find joy in her every single day and try to raise her to be a humble, caring, intelligent person, an adult. And I think that's something that I've really, really focused on.
That's such an incredible story. And, even though Heather tested positive for those biomarkers, there's still a chance that she may never get it. This gene may lay dormant. Where they're at right now with research, they don't exactly have a definitive answer as to what triggers it.
The toll that this takes on caregivers is immense. And you hate to get into the money part of it because no money is too much when it comes to your loved ones. But I mean, you're talking about their jobs and having to take time away from that and everything that goes with it.
We're talking about, in terms of the nation, in terms of hours spent by caregivers, it's in the billions. Wow. Here in South Carolina, it's in the millions, and that's not even equating the financial toll that it takes as well. And that's why they're saying that it's so important to have funding for this now, is because they say it's only going to get more expensive. They estimate by 2050 that this could be in the trillions in terms of money spent on caring for people with Alzheimer's.
All right, Colby, long week ahead with some great stories of people who are navigating this horrible disease.
Exactly. We're going to have one coming up tomorrow about a girl that put college on hold in order to take care of her grandmother. It's a very incredible story.
All right,
coming tomorrow.
Thank you.